You can often get this out with the level 2 version at the same time, and it's very difficult to come back from that.
Hello and welcome to the Forgeborn Finishing School. Casey, Kid, and Core here. We'll be analyzing Forgeborn battles to help take your game to the next level.
Hello. I'd like to talk about why I think the Firefist Uranti is a good card. I'm pretty happy to see it in my deck regardless of format. It's great in both sealed and constructed. It's one of the best pingers in the game, and it's very difficult to remove, being a 1/8 body with Defender. We've seen how difficult that is to remove with Dark Heart Sorcerers. So why do I think pingers are important? Well, one of the main ways that you get ahead in a game of Solforge Fusion is you say your opponent plays a 5/5 and you block it with a 5/6. Well, now you have a 5/1 left over, and if your opponent does not have a good way of removing that, and that trades for a full card later on, you're getting card advantage there. So this card completely cuts off that avenue of card advantage where you're easily able to clean up these 5/1s and any leftover creatures from combat. It also allows you to trade creatures up in combat, so you can trade smaller creatures for bigger ones, which is another huge deal. It's very difficult to play against. It's almost like your opponent's creatures have -1 health across the board, at least the way that the play patterns play out. And that's just on the level 1 version. Since this thing is very difficult, annoying to remove, and doesn't tend to be one of the top priorities, you can often get this out with the level 2 version at the same time, and it's very difficult to come back from that. Of course, the level 3 version is great too, especially if you can buff the power in any way, which Tempest has a lot of ways to do that. But even if you aren't able to get profitable creature trades with this card, you can still ping the opponent if you have nothing else better going on. So it's really nice to have a little bit of reach on these cards as well. I also think that this card's going to be getting a little bit better with the last winter, so I would keep an eye on decks with this card. One of the main meta impactors from that set, in my opinion, is the Rooted Leafkin, which is the 4/2 that only takes 1 damage at a time. This card is obviously a fantastic answer to that card, so if that card ends up being very popular, I'd be looking to add a Firefist Uranti deck to whatever deck I'm playing. These types of cards are always better than they look, and this card is no exception.
Thanks for attending this lesson of the Forgeborn Finishing School. If you liked this video, please subscribe, comment, or consider donating to our Patreon account. We look forward to our next lesson.